Welcome back to another episode of Hammy's Corner. I'm Hammy. Yet again, another video of videos. To start you guys off for this week's episode of Hammy's Corner, I got 6 tricks with my main man from Connecticut, Nick Garcia, also known as Nick Scoots on Instagram. Go check him out, he's super tight. Came here for a visit, hung out with us for a bit. We rode a bunch of scooters and did a bunch of fun stuff, and here's 6 tricks with Nick Scoots. Up next, took a little trip over to Cmont skate park to hang out with all the little Cmont rats that be hanging around our scooter farm store and be touching everything when we tell them all the time to not touch stuff. Little do you know, a lot of these little dudes that be hanging around the shop can really seriously throw down on a scooter, can do some crazy tricks that I don't even know the names of. They blow my mind, and watch this video and they'll blow yours. So keep an eye out on all those little dudes you just watching that video that shred super hard, because they're the future of scootering. I'll tell you what, real life stuff right there, players. Coming up next, we got a product review with the one and only Neckbeard. Jay Garcia has recently started a distribution called Brillo Brands Distribution. Him and Don Marconi linked up, started this distribution, and trying to take off. Jay Garcia came to the shop, picked out some of his favorite Aztek products, and he's gonna do a little product review for you, so enjoy.
Hello viewers at home, my name's Neck, which is short for Neckbeard. There's no C in the neck though, because you can't see my neck though. We're hanging out here at the scooter farm. Got some Aztek products in front of me. We're gonna dive in and start talking about some of this stuff. So the first product I wanna highlight is our Circa fork, which is the lightest fork on the market. Comes in at 163 grams, which is unmatched by any other company. Not to mention that this is actually Aztek's strongest fork that they've ever made. You can see that it's much lower profile on the sides. It's very sleek, slender, as you would call it. The least amount of material possible, which makes it so light, but the way it's designed, it actually has a butted tube. So the tube varies in size depending on where you are on the fork tube. Basically, we want to put more material on the spots that tend to be weaker and less material on the spots that tend to be stronger, just to save weight overall. And yeah, so circle fork, it's awesome. I think it's 90 bucks and you won't ever have an issue. I promise. So as you guys know, Aztek is obviously out to design the best parts, but reduce as much weight as possible. So we have the iris wheel here. The cores are actually contoured on the outside very little bit, and it's 2 pieces into one, and the core is completely hollow. So these are pretty darn light for the design. Urethane is actually super low profile too, so there's not really much room for your wheel to dehub because there's not too much that it can catch on. So having the lower profile urethane allows it to last a lot longer and not dehub. We got the Logan Fuller deck here. This thing is huge, and by huge I mean it's long. So this deck was introduced on the market when the 5x23 size was the most preferred before anybody was making bigger than 5. So Logan was actually riding this at the time. So it's designed to his specs at that time. Obviously you see now he's riding a Siren deck, which we'll get to in a little bit, but this was his signature deck. It's a fountain style, the original fountain, so it's got the cool ass head tube on there. And it's got his baked finish, because we all know Logan likes getting baked. And it's got a cool graphic on there, which Hammy's gonna zoom in on in a sec here, right now. $189.95 according to the sticker on the bottom, which you can leave on or take off when you buy it. It's up to you. Maybe you want to make it in the sticker collage or board slide it off, but the sticker's right there. It doesn't have to stay. That's all I'm saying. So like I mentioned, Fuller is now riding the Siren deck, which everybody's doing these days. So if you're not, you're behind on times. This thing is enormous, 6 inches wide. This is the 23-inch version. We do make a 22-inch version now, which they will have in stock at the farm next week as well. So if you think the 23 is just a little bit out of your tail whipping range, which trust me, mine was too. I'm not really great at the whips all those kids are doing these days. You know, it's good for cruising, the 23, but if you want to do some tricks, a bunch of whips, unless you're Tommy Christiana, you should get the 22-inch. Siren deck, 200 bucks. Can't beat that. As you guys know, Aztek is a rider-owned brand. It's Dom Marconi. He's been riding scooters for probably 16 years, like myself, and that's it. So if you buy Aztek, you're supporting 2 riders that have been in this for a really long time and want to do this for the rest of our lives. As you guys may know, Dom is kind of like an evil genius when it comes to designing parts. So he's always cooking up something new. He's been behind the computer a lot this week, so stick around and see what comes next from Aztek. Thanks for watching.
Last week on Hammy's Corner, we were doing a giveaway of some Ethic Neochrome wheels. This week's winner goes to Dylan B. He said, "All right, here's a joke. You ready? Question mark." Then put a bunch of spacing and said IHC compression, which is a very good joke because IHC compression is big, big buns. And if you still use it, you should stop because it's stupid, comes loose all the time, and you probably don't even know how to tighten it yourself anyways. You just bring your scooter into us and we have to tighten it for you, and you have to pay us money, which you could have saved to like eat or get some water and stay hydrated, you know? Anyways, Dylan B, you're winning those pair of wheels. Slide on into our DMs with your information, and we'll get those shipped out to you as soon as possible, homie. On this week's episode of Hammy's Corner, we're cutting out the giveaways. We're gonna do a one-time use only code. They're both up here. You get 2 of them, 20% off. First come, first serve. Mint and fresh. Get them while they're hot, players. Don't forget, do all your online shopping at thescooterfarm.com. Get there for all your scooter essentials, your grips, handlebars, wheels, bearings, all that cool stuff. So stay tuned for next Tuesday for another episode of Hammy's Corner.